Every day, tons of food scraps, leaves, and organic waste end up in the trash. But what if that waste could turn into something valuable? Something that helps plants grow? That's exactly what composting does. It's nature's recycling system, transforming waste into nutrient-rich soil. Let's explore how composting works and why it's so important for our planet. Composting is a natural process where organic materials like fruit peels, vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, grass clippings, and leaves decompose and break down into a dark, crumbly substance called compost. This process is driven by tiny organisms, bacteria, fungi, worms, and insects that eat and digest the waste, turning it into fertilizer for new plant growth. The magic behind composting is simple science: the right balance of carbon, nitrogen, air, and moisture. Carbon-rich materials, known as browns, include dry leaves, twigs, cardboard, and paper. Nitrogen-rich materials, or greens, are things like food scraps, coffee grounds, and fresh grass clippings. When you mix browns and greens in the right ratio, roughly 3 parts brown to 1 part green, you create the perfect environment for microbes to thrive. As these microbes feed on the waste, they generate heat. This is why a compost pile often feels warm in the center. The ideal temperature inside can reach 55 to 65 degrees Celsius, which helps break down materials faster and kills weed seeds or harmful bacteria. Over time, the waste gradually decomposes into rich organic matter that looks and smells like healthy soil. Air is another crucial ingredient. Microbes need oxygen to do their job efficiently. That's why turning or mixing your compost regularly helps keep it active. Without enough air, composting slows down and can start to smell bad due to the buildup of gases from anaerobic bacteria. Moisture also plays an important role. To dry, and the microbes stop working. To wet, and the pile becomes soggy. A good compost pile should feel like a damp sponge. Composting can be done in many ways. Traditional backyard composting uses open piles or bins. Worm composting, or vermicomposting, uses special worms to break down waste faster indoors. Bokashi composting, on the other hand, uses beneficial microbes in airtight containers to ferment food waste. Even meat and dairy, which normal compost piles can't handle easily. The process can take anywhere from a few weeks to several months, depending on temperature, materials, and how often the pile is turned. When finished, the compost looks dark, smells earthy, and feels crumbly, full of nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium that help plants grow strong and healthy. Composting isn't just good for gardens, it's good for the planet. By recycling organic waste, we reduce the amount of trash that ends up in landfills, where it would otherwise produce methane, a powerful greenhouse gas. Composting also improves soil structure, helps it retain water, and reduces the need for chemical fertilizers. So, the next time you throw away a banana peel or leftover vegetables, think again. You're not just discarding waste, you're holding the raw ingredients for new life. Composting shows how nature reuses everything in a perfect cycle. If you enjoy learning how simple processes make a big difference for our environment, subscribe to my channel How Things Work and comment the next topic you want to learn.